Hey guys, this is Shane. So today I want to share with you how I was able to make $534 in 5 minutes trading ticker symbol CVX. All right. So again, this is based on the break and retest strategy on higher time frame in confluence with moving averages. And this is all based on the higher time frames. All right. So you see I have the 1-day chart pulled up in front of me right now. So like I said, I made this in 5 minutes. So you tell me where you can go to make $534 in 5 minutes. All right. So that's like making $100 per minute. And this is why I love trading the stock market. And this is a light day. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. So this is going to be this trade ended up being more like a scalp. All right. So the strategy that I've been sharing on this channel so far is more so like an intraday type of strategy. All right. Where it could take anywhere from 15, 20 minutes, 2 hours for the trade to play out. It just all depends on how fast the price moves. All right. And it could even turn into a swing trade. All right. Where you may have to hold the trade overnight or maybe for 2 or 3 days. But I'm generally not really looking to hold the trade much longer than that. So I'm not looking to hold the trade for 2 or 3 weeks. So if I get the movement from the price that I'm looking for within a day, then it will just be a day trade. If I get it in 15 minutes or 5 minutes, then, I'll take it. All right. And if it takes 2 days, then it's going to be 2 days. All right. So, let's go ahead and get started. So I actually talked about this ticker symbol on the last video that I did. All right. So if you did not check out that video, go ahead and check it out after you watch this video. And while you're at it, give the video a thumbs up. All right. All right, cool. So let's talk about what I was able to do today. All right. So the last time in the last video, all right, like I said, we talked about this ticker symbol and the fact that I was watching it about a week or two ago, and I actually I wasn't able to take this trade because I was looking at other things and paying attention to other things. All right. So I was watching this trade though, and I saw when it broke out of this trend line. All right, let me go ahead and get my things here. So I'm gonna just run through this real quick because I kind of already explained this in the last video. All right, so just real quick, just to a quick review of what I talked about there. You can see I saw how the price closed below this trend line. And so I was looking for where the price was going to go next. So I figured the price was going to go to the next demand zone, which is this level that I have marked out right here. All right, so I was looking for the price to come down into this demand zone and to give me some kind of bounce out of here. All right, so I like to take bounces on the higher time frame, like the daily, because a lot of times that's going to be a bigger move than a bounce on the 5-minute or the 1-minute chart. All right, so I like to take bounces on the daily chart. So I was looking for a bounce here. Now we had this nice clean break and retest level. It's a level where price like to interact and like to bounce from this level. So I was looking for another bounce. And we also had the confluence of the 200 exponential moving average. That's this blue line that's right at the level. All right, so that's why I thought that might be a good trade. So let's see what happened when the price came here. We started to get a reaction from here. Play this forward one more time. You can see we're moving up out of the level. So had I taken this trade here, I would have been in profit. And then you can see the price came back and then started moving out again, and it just kind of exploded from there. So we had a few confluences. Again, we had like a double pattern. We have like a double bottom pattern forming at the level. That's one confluence. We had the break and retest level. That's two confluences. We have the 200 EMA right at the level. That's three confluences, three different things telling me that there's a good chance that we might be able to get a bounce from the level. All right, so this is the trade that I actually missed. I was not able to take this trade. All right, but then the price came back. The price pulled back and gave another opportunity. All right, so I want to show this is where the price was this morning. All right. So this is where the price was this morning. So now I'm going to explain how I was able to take a trade from here. All right. Why did I get into a trade? Why did I think there might be an opportunity here? Because if you look at this, you can see like the price looked like it went below the demand zone. It looked like it broke the level. All right. But if you remember from the last video, right? Let me get rid of this so I can move these lines around. If you remember from the last video, I said that if you were to draw this level, you don't have to draw it the way exactly how I draw it, because you're just trying to get the general area. So even though the price looked like it broke the level, I knew that the price was still in demand. All right, because if you move this level around a little bit, if you should bring this down just a little bit, you can see this is pretty much still demand. All right, you can see price came down into the level, held the level, rejected from the level, and then came back down and held the level. And it went below the level, but it never closed below the level. Okay. If you look at this last candle here, you can see it never closed below the level. So let me just take this from scratch and just show you what I was looking at that made me get into a trade. All right. So let me just take this from scratch and remove everything from the screen so this can make sense to you. All right. So this is what we had. All right. So basically what I did is I just adjusted the level. All right, because I saw that we were still in demand. All right. So I'm gonna find an area where price likes to interact with. So you can see if I should draw my level around this area here, and let's say around this area here, all right, somewhere here. Even though I adjusted the level, you can see that we're still in demand. All right, and then we can put our box around it here. All right, so the level is adjusted from how it was before. But if you look at it, you can see when price came up to this level, rejected from the level. So that was supply, rejected from the level, broke above the level, came back and held it as demand, came back, held it as demand. All right, came back. And now when it comes back to the level, all right, you can see the level is adjusted, but we're still in demand. All right, so the price could still move up from here. So now I'm looking for this level to still hold. All right, so when the price came back, it gave me another opportunity to take a trade. All right, so what else have we been looking at? We were also looking at the moving averages because we want to use those as confluences. All right, so let me just delete this stuff here. All right, so let's take a look at our moving averages. So I like to use either like the 100 exponential moving average or the 200 exponential moving average. So I use either the exponential moving average or the simple moving average, either one. All right. So if either one of those are going to be in confluence with the level, I'll still use it. So I'll use the 100 exponential moving average or the 100 simple moving average. Or I can also use the 200 exponential moving average or the 200 simple moving average. All right, so let's go check out our moving averages and see if any of them is going to give us a confluence with this level and with where the price is currently at right now. So let's get our moving averages. This is the 200 exponential moving average. All right, so that one is not quite lining up perfectly with the level right now. Let's try the 100 exponential moving average. That one is not quite lining up with the level right now. Let's try the 200 simple moving average. You can see that one is lining up perfectly with the level and also with the candle. All right, the last candle that's you can see there at the level. All right, how about let's take a look at the 100 simple moving average, and that's also right at the level as well. So I was thinking about the 200 simple moving average. All right, this is the one I have on the screen right here right now. So you can see price came back into the level. Even though the level is adjusted, it's still in demand, and we have a confluence of the 200 simple moving average right at the level. And you can see the price is holding the level, and we have a candle here that this is what you would call a pin bar. All right. So this candle right here, this is what you would call a pin bar. So if you've never heard about a pin bar, you might want to look that up. All right. So a pin bar, whenever you have a pin bar at a key level, that's usually a sign of reversal. All right. That's an indication that there's a chance that the price could reverse from here, or you could get some kind of a bounce from the level, which is exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a short-term trade, I'm looking for like a bounce out of the level so I can just trade the bounce and just be done. That's all I'm looking for. All right. So I'm not looking to be in the trade for too long. I'm not looking to be in the trade for weeks. I'm just looking for a quick trade for a day or 2 or 3 days. In this case, it turned out to only be 5 minutes because I got the move I was looking for. So now that we have our level and we have the confluence of the moving average, the next thing we need to know is where are we going to take our profits, or where's our target going to be? So if you can remember from previous videos, one of the way how we can figure out our target is we can look at the pivot points from previous days. All right, so basically, if you look to the left of the screen, you can see the most recent pivot points, and you can use those as your target to exit the trade. So somewhere around here, all right, if you look at this somewhere here, you can see we have some pivot points here. Let me just make this red so you can just see it a little bit better. All right, so you can see the price is pretty close to this. So I was looking for, because we have a pin bar at this demand zone, and we have the confluence of the exponential moving average, I believe that the price could give me a bigger move than this. So I was actually looking for the price to move up into this level. All right, so let's just drop down to a 1 hour time frame so we can just see this a little bit better. And another thing I wanted to share that I haven't shared in previous videos, another way how you can approach your targets is you can look at the previous highs as well. All right, you can look at previous highs. So, and it's still like a pivot point. Let me show you what I mean. So if you see the price coming down like this, and we pivoted up here, we came down, and we pivoted up and came down. You can see there are different pivot points here. Let me just do that again. So the price came down, pivoted up, came down, pivoted up, and came down. So you can see all the different pivot points here. All right. So hopefully you can see what I'm talking about. So there was a pivot point here. All right. Let me mark that for you so you can see exactly what I'm talking about here. There's a high here. It's like a high. Okay, price came down, came up, and came down. So there's a pivot here. So a lot of times the price likes to push up above these levels, and then you would get a rejection from there. So it's like a liquidity sweep. Like, so a lot of times the price likes to go and take out those highs and then reverse from there. So I was using this as a target. All right. So this was one of my targets right here. Okay. This is what I was targeting because I knew that if the price came up here and took out this high, there's a chance that we could reverse from here. So, yeah, and then we have the level here that we got from the previous day turning points or pivot points, like I was explaining a while ago. All right, so we have this level here, but within the level, there is a pivot point. Just to reiterate this, you can see the price came down here, pivoted up, and came down. So this high point here where the price pivoted, that was my target. So I hope that makes sense. All right. So my target is what I'm looking for is for the price to come down into the level and then give me a trade all the way up here, and then I'll be done. So that's a quick trade. That's more like a scalp. All right. So let's go down to the 5-minute time frame so we can see what happened when the market opened and when I got into the trade and when I got out of the trade. All right, so let's go down to the 5-minute time frame. That's a 5-minute. There we go. All right, there we go. All right, and we're gonna, so this is my target here. All right. And then this is, let's see. Let's take the price back. All right, let's move this forward just so we can, so this is pre-market, after hours and pre-market action. So it's like, that's why it looks choppy and weird. But let's see, let's play this forward. All right. All right, let's see, this is 8:30 a.m. All right, so this is 9:30 a.m. So let's just bring this back. So this is where we were before the market opened, all right? So what I was looking for, another thing I wanted to explain is that sometimes when at the market open, the price is gonna move in the opposite direction of the intended move for the day. The price will move in the opposite direction of the intended move for the day. So sometimes that will happen, all right? So what I mean by that is if the price is going to go up, sometimes when the market opens, the price will go down first before it goes up. Now that's good for me if I believe the price is going to go up for the day, then I want to see it go down first at the market open, because that's going to give me a good price to buy into before the price start moving up. All right, so take a look at the screen as I play this forward. You'll see how the price moved down before it started moving up. So take a look as I play this forward. See that? Price came down. All right, price came down. So when the price started moving down, all right, I know it's kind of shy of this level right here, but when the price moved down, I got in the trade as it moved down. So I got in somewhere. It was actually a pretty perfect entry. All right. So when the price came down and I saw the bearish candle, that's when I got into the trade, and it immediately went into my directions, in my favor. So it was a very quick trade. And then lead this forward, and you can see the price came up to my target and reversed or rejected from there. All right, so you can see, like we said before, a lot of times the price would like to take out these highs or these pivot points, and then it will reverse from there, these previous pivot points. All right, so that's what happened, and this trade literally took 5 minutes. All right, so as soon as the market opened, I was looking for a move up, but I was looking for the price to go down before it goes up. And as it goes down, I buy into the trade as it's moving down. And then once I bought into the trade, once I bought the contracts, then the price immediately moved up, went to my target, and that's how I was able to make $534 in 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. So I hope this is clear. I hope this is making sense. So let me go back to the daily chart here. And this is what we have. All right, so even though I exited the trade, the price, we're still at a demand zone, so the price can still give a bigger move from here. We could still get a more significant move up. But I just wanted to just take my profits and just be done for the day. All right, so if you got value out of this video, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button. I hope this was helpful to you, and I hope there's something you can take from this and use for yourself. All right, so happy trading and trade responsibly.